Hello everybody, this is Chris's Homebrew Sports and Video Games. How is everybody doing? Today, couple of quick announcements. I am uploading videos as I speak, as we record this right now. One video has been uploaded that is Game 2 of the Baltimore-Tampa Bay series. Currently, the Tampa Bay Colorado Game 4 is being uploaded as we speak. So, you're going to notice something different in this video, is that this video is not going to be Game 3 between Baltimore and Tampa Bay, as you would expect it to have been, because on that day it rained in Baltimore, and it rains for several hours. So that game has been postponed and will be rescheduled at a later date in the calendar, which may or may not be in the year 2020, since this season spans to 2023. I'll just have to look and see where I can fit it in at. So, when that happens, we go down the list, and the next game on the list is the Red Sox and Blue Jays. Game 1 of that series in Toronto, and luckily, we won't have that issue in Toronto because Toronto has a retractable roof. So, this game was scheduled to be played on April the 24th. It is now May the 24th, so kind of good thing happened. I made up a day in the schedule. Too bad that it was because of rain, but the result's the same. So, wasn't a very nice day in Toronto on April 24th either, so this game's going to be indoors. To be Boston. Let's see. Write down the starting pitchers. There we go. I will announce the makeup date of the Baltimore-Tampa Bay game on the Facebook page at www.facebook.com/homebrewsports.
Hyunjin Ryu gets the ball for the Blue Jays in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he can be really tough to hit.
Riding in, Andrew Benintendi. He will lead this one off today. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
First pitch, fly ball.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
that's a great pitch for a spot like that. It looks like a strike, then it just comes in out of the zone. If you can command that with movement, it's a very effective pitch to pitching hitters inside.
And a little off to begin the afternoon as it's to 3-1 now. Rafael Devers waits on deck. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a 5-pitch walk to get us started here this afternoon.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count. The ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
Here now is Rafael Devers. His past history with Hyunjin Ryu, he's 1 for 4. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. That was swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
Zero, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
And another foul ball. Benintendi on at first, nobody out. And he got him.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts as he grounds one briskly to short. Bichette picks it up cleanly, and there's out number 2. How the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get a chance to watch Xander Bogaerts do his thing. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. The set and the 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Red Sox lead 1. Red Sox nothing. Blue Jays coming to bat. Major League Baseball on the show. Eduardo Rodriguez is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Boston. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good, and when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times, but it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Bo Bichette is at the plate as he watches ball 1. The 1-0. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box, Kevin Biggio. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Now the 1-0. It's a fastball that misses.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting a tone pound in the zone.
The 2-0. Outside and low, 3-0. Lourdes Gurriel waits on deck. 3-0 pitch. 1 out, nobody on. Outside part of the plate, the changeup is in there.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball in the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone. Grab your glove and flash him up.
So now to the plate, Lourdes Gurriel. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. Double play ball here as this is on the ground at third. On to Moreland, and they roll 2 to end the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland.
The first baseman.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hole, 0-2.
Really deceptive changeup right there. It died right before the plate, and he was left reaching for air.
And this is swung on and missed, and Moreland is set down on strikes for the first out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
So here's Michael Chavis now. Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through for a hit. So here now is Jackie Bradley, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Bradley, or JBJ as the initials read. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
No score here as we play inning number 2. A 1 and 2 strikes.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
To the plate now, Christian Vasquez. And this one's in the dirt. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez. 2 out with the man at first. 1-2 to the Red Sox catcher.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. At the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. set to lead off the home half of the second. First offering on its way. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
Brandon Drury will bat next. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. The 1-0 home is taken, strike 1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And he fouls this one off. Bottom of the second here with no score. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Now at the plate, Rendell Fritcher, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. We'll move to the third with no score. Kevin Pillar, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow.
Devers for long.
First delivery to him on the way. In there, and it's 0-1. And the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup right from Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that.
If I could stop hiccuping, that would be great. Hyun-Jin Ryu is a beast today.
Left-handed hitting in Benintendi, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He drew a base on balls his first time up. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Jansen has it, and a good throw just beats him. Benintendi is retired, 2 down now. Rafael Devers the next to bat. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now here it comes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. 2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like he would really change the complexion of the inning.
Big spot right here. Middle of the order guys coming up.
Why did I swing at that? That was terrible.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
And this is taken for a ball high and tight, 2-2. Three and 2, the count for Rafael Devers.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Has a look, now the pitch. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
0-1 pitch on its way. Oh, got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
0-2, home now to Bogaerts. Takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Can't fault the pitcher for going back-to-back changeups right there. First pitch, he swung through, timing looked a little off, but he went back, the batter made the adjustment, and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Here's J.D. Martinez. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot
especially one down in the zone. The only problem thrown in that situation, you leave that belt high, you miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Fouled off. Two pitches fouled away.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Here's the 2-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Boston strands a couple. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Striding in to Oscar Hernandez as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch of the at-bat. The wind-up and the 0-1. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He goes.
Derek Fisher the next to bat, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Right side and right into the shift. He's got it. And they won't have a play as he reaches at first. Let's see how this is scored. So that'll go down as an 8-4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Up next is Danny Jansen. First pitch on its way. Bouncer to the left side. One there. On the first, and for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play, and with this one, the side is retired. So no runs or hits here, as the error turns out to be unimportant. 3 innings complete, and we are tied. Digging in, Mitch Moreland comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Moreland playing here in his age 34 season. He was a 17th round pick back in the draft of 2007.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Line hard to center field. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
Into the box now, Michael Chavis. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. From the stretch. 1-1. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Bare-handed for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this ain't big.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
Ew, is that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch until he proves he can lay off of it.
Here's a fastball lit on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Red Sox go down quietly. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Back to the top of the order now. Into bat next, the legacy Bo Bichette. First offering on its way.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Benintendi's got it, and there's 1 away. In now, Cavan Biggio, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
I'd like to see this lineup start working the count a little bit more and drive up this pitcher's pitch count.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there. Now a little dribbler here off to the right side of the mound. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the 2nd out. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. 2 are gone now in the Blue Jays half of the 4th, and that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. And there's ball now. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Despite the fact that they've yet to push a run across, the game is still tied, and the pitch count for their opposition is really getting up there. They think that making him work as hard as he has is going to pay off later in the game, and that they just need to stick to the process.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Into the box now, Christian Vasquez. He'll start off the 5th in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They're getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Here now the 2-2. Is a called strike 3 on the corner.
That wasn't a strike.
Strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he can rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Stepping in now, Kevin Pillar. This will chase one up around the letters here for strike 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-2. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. And he struck him out.
That was a strike.
Strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. This is flared out towards second. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
No, one of the things you want to do, D-Row, is you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
At the plate, Rafael Devers. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Devers, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in his third season as a major league player. 1-1. Flare out toward right center. Biggio ranging into the outfield. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back two-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
At the plate now, Xander Bogaerts. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 0-1 offering.
Like he was cheating a heater right there, a little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Ready on 0-2.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Looked like he tried to get him to chase on that pitch there, 1-2. A good idea, but I think now he has to challenge him a little bit. He doesn't want to get into a worse situation with the cleanup guy up next.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
He's set the payoff pitch. Hit hard down the line, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again, 3-2. Payoff pitch on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Bichette gathers it in. And the throw to first will be in time, so the Red Sox come up empty, and the inning is over. Boston strands a couple. Halfway home, still no score. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Here's the pitch. 4-1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Cold strike at the knees, 1-1. Swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Ranging back is Pilar, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as the Jays get the game's first tally. It's 1-0.
players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in the game.
Standing in now, Brendan Drury. And he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The windup and the 0-1. Here's Bogarts, the young shortstop. And that's through for a base hit, making 1 for 2 in this one.
At the end of the day, it's all about results. He didn't do one thing right from an offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock.
Settling in now, Rendell Grichuk. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
To second for 1, on to first, and it's a well-turned 3-6-1 double play, and quickly there are 2 gone.
That's good athleticism here by the pitcher getting off the mound. He gets the ball to first and then hustles his way over to the bag to help him wrap up the tough 3-6-1 double play.
So base is empty now after the double play, and striding forward the designated hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch coming, here it is. Fastball in there for a called strike. Now the pitch. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Jay's off to a good start thanks to the solo shot. Through 5 innings, it's now 1-0 Toronto. Bring up J.D. Martinez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Base hit, line drive into the corner. And this one scoots all the way to the wall.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
Into the box, Mitch Moreland. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. In the air. Bichette's calling for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well executed pitch there.
Now at the plate, Michael Chavis. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least, so you know he wants to make up for it right here.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
From the belt, the pitch. Saw his eyes light up that time when he swung at a bad one there.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Here's Jackie Bradley now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
A ball and no strikes, here it is. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
That one wasn't a good call either.
Much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
2-1.
Can't waste getting the leadoff runner on in this situation. Someone's got to bear down and get a big knock.
Three balls and a strike now to Bradley. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, Matty, being the way baseball is played these days, it's about 6 innings or 100 heats, and you're pretty much looking for that bullpen. And Devo, right now, this guy's pretty vulnerable right now in this game.
Yeah, Dan, you were a monster down that bullpen. That's what it seems to be in today's game. There's 5 or 6 of you guys hanging out down there. So he's going to empty the bucket right here until the manager gets it.
Now the 3-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Stepping in, Christian Vasquez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead, here's the delivery. Grounder down the line at third. 2 down, runners at first and second. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for something you can handle. That pitch bunched him up completely, so I think he's trying to do a little bit too much right now.
A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both the lefty and the right-hander begin to throw. Fastball right back to the mound. Toss this one on to first as they're kept off the scoreboard again, and the inning is over. Boston strands a couple. It remains 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Derek Fisher. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. Here it comes. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Popped him up. Stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
The batter, number 9.
One out now in the Toronto 6th inning, and that'll bring in Danny Jansen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard to short. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out the ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
Alright, after the end of this inning, we will have to charge up the camera, which could be right now. And it will be.
Their 4th of the afternoon, and the inning is is
Alright, guys, we'll see you on the other side.
They lead.
Alright, guys, we're back to finish that game. In case you didn't see it on the announcement on my page, the Baltimore-Tampa Bay game will be rescheduled for April the 15th of next year.
1-0. Justin Miller is on the pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 60, Justin Miller.
Ready once again, Kevin Pillar. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good, hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
So now to the plate, Andrew Benintendi. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Rafael Devers, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
That's exactly the pitch you don't want to be chasing in these situations. He's going to keep that ball down below the hollow of the knee, try and get you to ground into a double play. You have to set your sights at least belt high.
0-2 count, and the pitch. High in the air into shallow left center. Gurriel comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. With 2 men out, and that'll bring up the shortstop and one of the better 2-strike hitters in baseball, Xander Bogaerts. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pops this one up, but this will land untouched. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, doubled up on breaking balls there outside. Now might be the time to bust that fastball in.
Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Richard is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. The Red Sox lead 1. They still trail 1-0. Stepping in, Kevin Biggio. He was a ground-out victim last time up. field shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Benintendi hits back on it, but it's the center fielder who gets there. And that's the first out of the inning. Digging in, Lourdes Gurriel. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, it's always key getting early strikes in the count. This guy's been awesome at it so far. More than 70% of his first pitches have been in the strike zone.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ballgame. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. First pitch coming, here it is. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. Fouled away. Two out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order, but they're on top 1-0. Anthony Bass has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 52, Anthony.
Ready to begin the 8th, so here's the cleanup hitter, J.D. Martinez. He singled his last time up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Bass, once a member of the Chicago Cubs organization, was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come offseason.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 0-2 home slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Reined in on the first, and that's an important first out to start the 8th here. Very tight ball game so far. 1-0 the score as we take a look at our starter comparison, and both guys have given excellent performances to this point. Coming to the plate now, Mitch Moreland. And the pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is fouled. The 1-1. that one is out of here. This game is tied. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And just like that, this ball game is all tied.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
And now, Michael Chavis. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. One out, nobody on. Oh, fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-time home run he just gave up, but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
Standing in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. The windup and the 1-0. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. From the windup, the 2-1 pitch. 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure looked like a strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
Into the box, Christian Vasquez. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. From the stretch. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Behind 0-2 now. Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Sox tied things up on the solo homer. Bottom of the 8th coming up. All even now at 1-1. Now to the plate, Brendan Drury. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
The windup and the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bradley is there. 1 away. Here's Randall Richard. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Bases are empty, 1 man out. just missing here, 2-0.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you can rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Now the 2-0. Grichuk puts a good swing on it. This ball's carrying well to left. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A solo shot here to left as they've taken a one-run lead.
It's about time now for the closer to get ready and slam the door on this one.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. And he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Swing and a miss, strike one. Hit the other way out toward right field. Villar's there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, the right fielder, Derek Fisher.
Stepping in for the Jays, Derek Fisher. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, but everything looked clean. He was on time. He looked powerful in the box. I guarantee you he wants that swing back. He's still thinking about it as he walks to the plate right here.
No balls and 1 strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Ball 2.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, gotta feel like it's a win for the offense.
Here now the 2-2.
When a pitch is close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit in the air out to left field. Waiting on it is Benintendi. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. Last chance now coming up for the Red Sox. It's now 2-1 Toronto. Ken Giles comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Standing in, Kevin Villar, who could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now here it comes. Giles is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty B, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike two, swinging.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that level 4 times. I'd be looking weird.
This is hit sharply to the left side, and he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox half of the inning.
You can't ask for anything more than getting the leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'd be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
At the plate now, Andrew Benintendi lifted the other way to left center. Gurriel arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Next up for the Red Sox, Rafael Devers. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. As a look now to pitch. Hit down the line at first. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. He's running. He swings and misses. Throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
This catcher's not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that runner out at second.
One and two, here it comes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Here now the 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it
That was
on the
filthy.
inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
To the plate now, Xander Bogaerts. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Hit in the air to right field. Fisher's under it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
All right, guys.
Hey, we were really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the 8th proved to be the difference, though, and a good job here in the 9th to close the book on this one.
Our next game will be the Raptors at the Lakers. Will be recorded.
Anthony Bass gets the
I'll squeeze it in sometime tomorrow, even though it's Memorial Day.
2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi White.
I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great night.